All right, good afternoon. Thank you for coming. We're going to start off here on our foundations of autonomous operation, foundations and approach. And there we go. So real quick introduction of the agenda. I'm going to give a quick presentation for the introduction of the topic. We'll have a presentation by Texas A&M about their autonomous foundations. A presentation from Saudi Aramco about their use of APC and AI and how that feeds the autonomous journey. And then we also have an ExxonMobil presentation on their implementation of the open process automation platform and how that is also a foundational to autonomous operations. Oh, you got it. Okay. So this is ARC's maturity model for autonomous operations. And, you know, just like they all start off with the level 0 down here in the corner, and that's all manual. And you go up the side and it becomes full autonomy. And ARC's idealized total maturity model at level 5 has light. It's basically the lights out factory that we've been talking about since the 90s. And then you've got levels in between. And what we've found, we've done some surveys on this, what we found is most people think they're right here. Somewhere between level 3, level 4. I'm not one to question much, but I think that's probably a little optimistic, but that doesn't matter. The real challenge is, you know, just let's be real about this. The question is, does it make sense to get that high? Right? What's the value of going fully autonomous? Does it pay for itself? If not, maybe you stay at level 4. Maybe you stay at level 3. It's what makes sense for your business, obviously, right? But the idea is that you're setting foundations and then you build on those foundations as you go up to the maturity model. Okay, we have a survey. We're not going to take it because too many people have not been able to access it. So we're just going to move on. One of the surveys we did we surveyed is about performance improvement. These are based on the survey, these are why people feel like they want to go to a more autonomous operation. So you've got the increased productivity, reduced costs, improved quality, improved safety. Improved safety is actually a big one because you're actually removing humans out of the loop, right? 40% of the abnormal situations are human-induced, not necessarily on purpose. In fact, not on purpose, usually. So, you know, and also not having the human in the plant in the first place means they're out of harm's way. So that's a plus, right? Some of these are related, so reduced cost, increased revenue. Sometimes I'm wondering why they're not the same, but you know, whatever. This is an interesting one, the labor shortages. But you'll see there's a lot of different reasons for going autonomous, and they're recognized by the user group. Okay, so I took these slides from Dow. So if there's anybody in Dow here, you can tell Jonathan Higgins I stole his slide deck. But you'll notice here we have this foundation. And in this foundation, we've got reliable instrumentation, sound-based logic configurations, and a sustainable control infrastructure, okay? It's amazing. I visit several plants around the U.S. usually, and it's amazing. This isn't necessarily in place in all of our plants. There's good enough. But at the same time, we're trying to rely on people to do stuff, and we rely on people to mitigate our shortcomings in this foundation, right? If we want to get to a more autonomous operations, you can't mitigate the discrepancies or the deficiencies with human innovation. You've got to be able to do it in a more programmable, programmatic way. There we go. There's a word. All right. So on top of that, we've got great maintenance staff, plant, staff that runs the plant, the automation group expertise, the logic configuration and the standards, and a great network, right? Those are the pillars that automation stands upon as you get to the higher value add automation, right? So what I like about this pyramid or this temple, if you will, of, I don't want to, it's not religious, but it's a temple of automation. I like this perspective because it allows me to see and portrays how you build upon foundations to get more and more autonomous, right? So, because this is an AI forum, I got to put AI in here, right? So, what we're seeing is AI is going up here in the top end, and actually Samar from Saudi Aramco is going to talk about that a bit with his presentation. And we have AI augmenting our staff as well. That's the whole wonderful Gen AI if we do it properly. There's also AI coming, kind of helping us with our foundation as well. Okay? But I look at this as a crawl, walk, run type of scenario as we approach and think about how we make our plants more autonomous. Start at the base and build upon that base with a strong foundation.